move to introduce a new currency, the structured currency as they're calling it, the ZiG currency as they're calling it, is just a complete disaster. We argued in 2019, when through Statutory Instrument 33 of 2019, they introduced the RTGS dollar, that conditions for the introduction of our own currency and conditions for de-dollarization simply did not exist. We argued at the time that we did not have sufficient reserves to actually back up a currency. We argued at the time that the balance of payment position, the current account position, and more particularly, the huge demand for imports into Zimbabwe, which now exceeds 8 billion US dollars, would simply delegitimize any currency. But we argued most significantly that there was simply no trust and confidence in the government, in Muthulis Ngube, in Emerson Mnangagwa, in the government of the Republic of Zimbabwe, and that without trust, without a social contract, that currency would fail. It's now back to deja vu. We're back to square zero. The ZiG is being introduced after a legacy, a long-standing legacy of failed currencies. The bearer check, the gold notes, the Zimbabwean dollar, the bond note, the RTGS dollar. They've all been bastardized, and they've been bastardized by the government itself, which has not been able to live within its means. At the epicenter of the destruction of those currencies has been an expansionary fiscal policy that has generated massive growth in broad money, massive growth in money supply, in the money base. ZiG is caught up in the same shadow. Up to December of 2023, broad money in Zimbabwe, they grew by over 1,000%. They say about 800%, but you and I know better. It grew by over 1,000%. They can't live within their means. And as I'm talking to you right now, they are in a serious war. They are in a serious war. I'll come back to this war, the huge deficit that they have. So in short, then secondly, they don't have reserves. They say in the monetary policy statement that they've got about 2.1 tons of gold, costing 185 million US dollars, plus 100 million US dollar reserve. That's cash reserves. That's about 385 million dollars. If the population of Zimbabwe is 16 billion dollars, 16 million people, you divide that, that's almost like $3 per person. $3 per person. What you and I require. And remember, our imports are now more than US $800 billion. If you read the monetary policy statement read out by John Part 2. That means that we've got less than 11 days of import cover. Right. But we also have to take with a pinch of salt even the claim that they've got US $100 million cash. I say so for the good reason that they already owe 37 weeks of unpaid auction allotments.
Right.
37 weeks, which is well in excess of 800 million US dollars. So they owe the market in excess of US 800 million dollars.
And that is local.
In unpaid, that's local. In unpaid auction foreign currency allocations.